Hi everyone, my name is Mijo1810, aka Ted Kaczynski, and today we're covering the very basics of sampling in Logic Pro X. We will be making a beat from start to finish, however we will not be going into detail unless it directly relates to sampling. And to start off, I'd like to welcome you to my actual studio. This is where I rape politicians and blackmail Nazis, and from time to time I'll make a beat. The first thing we're going to do before we begin sampling in Logic is to pick a song or a sound that we actually want to sample. Once you choose a sound you like, you need to acquire the BPM, or beat per minute. This is a beat count that will set the tempo of your metronome. This can be found by Googling the BPM, or simply doing a 4 count and multiplying this into a workable or more common BPM, such as 120. You then need to adjust your BPM to the sample's BPM. Logic has this tiny access arrow to the corner of the tuning fork looking shit. Then simply drag your sample into the Logic file and test it to make sure it plays and it is a proper file. Next, we will need to make the sample drop as soon as the song begins. Click the scissors icon to bring up the little editor. Use the zoom option to get the most precise cuts and then go to edit and split the sample where the sample first shows signs of usable noise. After your sample has a proper sounding beginning and end, you will loop the sample. Listen for drops and drums that are not on beat with the track's original BPM. Manually moving and cutting them is always okay. The thing you don't want is for things to be off beat. Always double check with your metronome or the actual waves, or just listen a little closer. The sample is now technically complete, however everyone adds their own flavor, so mine will include my favorite parts of the sample's vocal sections. This part is always fun because you can choose whatever parts of the song you want, and after you find some vocals or other sounds that you like, add them to the mix and have a listen and make sure everything hits on beat. A good rule of thumb for pussies who conform to shit is 4 bar counts, 8 bar counts, and 16 bar counts. These are most commonly used to build momentum and arrange mixes because they are like symmetrical sound and they hit the ear easier. Reference your counts using the metronome and the graph for your track. Now to create a hip-hop type beat. You can do whatever you want in any order, but I like to start with a hard bass, so we're going to play a simple trap bass to vibrate the skulls of the dead police officers in your trunk. Then we're going to throw a clap and an 808 in there. Choose whatever sounds you like. Make it dope as fuck. One of the final additions to a dope hip-hop beat in Logic is adding hi-hats, snares, maybe a cymbal. Making the whole beat would still require arranging these sounds and mixing them, but that is a whole other art in itself, and you could see that video on my channel. It includes changing every individual sound until you're pleased with it. However, we will only be making the beat. The very last thing we'll add to this beat is our tag, which tells these beat jacking ass motherfuckers that we made this shit. And that's it. You just made a hip-hop trap beat using Logic in under 10 minutes. Now go kill yourself and live stream it while screaming my name.
Let me hear you whisper softly. Let me hear you whisper softly in my ear. Let me hear you.